I first learned about Philip Schuyler from Lin-Manuel Miranda's musical Hamilton, which follows the life of Alexander Hamilton, who would end up marrying one of Philip's daughters. And today we are going to Schuylerville, which is named after the Schuyler family, and we're going to see the Schuyler House, which is there in town. Come on, let's take a look at Schuylerville. The Native Americans had a name for this area, which translated to the hillside country of the Great River, referring to the Hudson River which passes nearby. The Dutch would take the phrase and simplify it to simply Saratoga, a name which has stuck to this area ever since, and was the town's first name, Saratoga. The first settlers to this area began to build properties here all the way back in the 1680s, including Peter Schuyler, who was the mayor of Albany around this same time. A convention had determined that a fort should be built in this area. So, in 1690, a blockhouse for military stores had been built in a clearing in the forest here. Throughout the 1700s, mills would be built here by the Schuyler family and others. It was looking like a quickly developing industrial town. However, on November 17th of 1745, natives would attack and kill many occupants of the village, Peter Schuyler being one of them, killed in his own home. Eventually, tensions in the area quieted to some degree, which led to more houses and mills being built. Here, Philip Schuyler would build the very first flax mill to ever be built in the American colonies. This plaque is all that remains to show for it. By the way, I don't think I have ever seen more of these historical plaques in one general area than I have here in Schuylerville, many having to do with the Revolutionary War. In 1777, British General Burgoyne took up camp in Schuylerville. Within the next month, his army would be defeated twice in the battles of Saratoga, eventually leading to his retreat and surrender right here in the village, at a site that can still be accessed today. This surrender is often seen as the turning point for the Revolutionary War. Before his surrender, though, he burned down General Philip Schuyler's house, a house which was very notable in this community. The burning of this house was no random act, as General Philip Schuyler and his men would burn all the supplies of the British, which would tremendously slow their progress through the area. His house would be rebuilt on the same location and can be seen here still today. While this was not Schuyler's primary house, since it was considered his country estate, he spent much time here with major political figures of the day. This house, which dates back to 1777, has hosted such notable names as George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, and the Count de Marquis, just to name a few. Following the Revolutionary War in 1822, the town gained a shipping port on the brand new Champlain Canal, with boatloads of agricultural goods and general supplies. This would lead to many businesses and warehouses popping up in the vicinity, and Canal Street would become the busiest street in the village. In 1831, the name of the village was changed from Saratoga to Schuylerville, in recognition of the impact of the Schuyler family upon this town. Although many petitions have been put forward over the years to change the name back to Saratoga, Schuylerville's name has continued to win out the public vote. Today, Schuylerville is a seemingly sleepy little town with not a lot going on. You can, however, go see the Schuyler House, although take note that it is only available for tours in the warmer months. I was only able to see the outside of the house while I was there because it was closed for the season. There is also the Saratoga Monument, a 155-foot obelisk that commemorates Burgoyne's surrender to Gates on the site where Burgoyne's camp spent their campaign's final days, with the cornerstone laid 100 years after the surrender in 1877. Schuylerville is an alright little place, but it won't take you much longer than half a day to walk around and see the sights here. I would also recommend a visit to the nearby Saratoga National Historical Park, which includes plenty of things to see in relation to the Revolutionary War. I was planning to include footage of that in this video, but got snowed out. Oh well. Perhaps I can create a video someday just of the Saratoga battle sites in another video. Until then, we'll see you next time somewhere else down the road.